Good morning, my 10th grade students. Today we are going to discuss Unit 2, Period 7, page 26 from your English book, which is talking about past simple and present perfect. These topics are not new for you. We have already talked about them before. But let's remember together what is the form of past simple and what is the form of present perfect and when do we use both of them. We need to know what is the difference between past simple and present perfect before learning about their forms and when do we use them. The main difference between them that we are talking about actions that started and finished in the past in past simple, and we are talking about actions that started in the past but still continued up to the future and present, to the present and present perfect, not to the future. When we are using the verb to continue up to the future, that means we are talking about present perfect continuous. But when we are talking about actions that started in the past and continued up to the present time, that means present perfect. So again, the difference between past simple and present perfect, that in past simple, the actions started and finished in the past, while in present perfect, the actions started in the past but continued up to the present time. Now let's talk about the form of each one. The form of past simple is subject plus verb to. Verb to means past verb. Examples like played, ate, for examples. And before them, you need to start with the subject. Any pronoun or any noun could be subject, like she, we, or whatever. In present perfect, you need to start with subject and one of the auxiliary verbs of has or have, and verb 3, which is past participle of the verb. Now, have depends on the subject, or have depends on the subject. When it's singular, then you need to start with has, and when it's plural, you need to choose have. So, after deciding which one to choose, you have to add past participle of the verb, which is verb 3. Examples like played also, and eaten. These are verb 3 of play and eat. Play, played, played. Eat, ate, and eaten. Okay, before we need to choose have or has, that depends on the subject. When I use singular subject, I need to start with has, but when I use plural pronoun or subject, I need to choose have. We have eaten. She has played. She played. We ate. So this is past simple and that is present perfect. Of course, we have keywords for each one. Keywords for each one. In past simple, we can see yesterday, past time. Example, like when I say 1997, for example, it's past date or past time, ago, and more other keywords could come in past simple, like last night, last day, last month, last year, whatever. Okay, in general, we are talking about actions that started in the past and finished in the past also. So started and finished in the past. Started and finished in the past. This is past simple. But when we are talking about present perfect, we have different keywords. We can remember, for example, just, not yet, already, ever, and never, and many others. Okay. In this type, we are talking again about actions that started in the past, exactly as past simple, started in the past, but continued up to present. Continued up to present. Continued up to present. That as present perfect. You can say, she has just played football. We have already eaten our lunch. You can say, she played basketball yesterday. You can say, we ate last night. We ate together last night. So that depends on the action itself, which you are talking about. If the action started and finished in the past, then of course you need to use past simple to express that sentence. But when you are talking about actions that started in the past but continued up to the future, that means you need to use present perfect to express your sentence. That rules are related to page 26 from your book. In your book, let me just give you an idea about the book itself. You can look at page 26 from your book. Page 26 from your book, 10th grade. First, you have an examples mixed between past simple and present perfect sentences. And we are going in the class to read these sentences and discuss them. After that, we are going to discuss exercise number 3. Exercise number 3, which is talking about forming sentences and forming statements for Mark's video diary. We are going to talk about it in our class. We have 2 types of rules. The first one, we need to use past simple because it's talking about exact time in the past, like 6 a.m. for example, yesterday, past times. So we need to use past simple in this type of question. And here we are going to use present perfect in the second part of the exercise. I hope you are going to prepare your lesson and to be ready for your class, inshallah. See you then.